Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Box Seat for 2020. My name's Scott Embry, taking you through racing on Saturday the 9th of January 2021. And we're going to have a very hot day at Ascot on Saturday. First race is at 3:20 p.m. because it is so hot. 41 degrees the forecast, track a good 4, rail at the 2 metre position. Race number 1 is the Salinger Maiden, and the horse we're going to watch in replay is running second, and that's Ocean Zara.
Was deeper out in behind the lead on the fence is guarded, waiting for a run. Egg White also is looking for a split, but Prize Pursuit, the leader, Ocean Zara, guarded along the inside. Abu is out wider. Catch us, no bamboo try. It's still Prize Pursuit defying them with 100 to go. Leading a length and a half, Ocean Zara guarded. They won't get to Prize Pursuit, extending his lead. Easy, Prize Pursuit, Ocean Zara, reliable.
Well, Sean McGrady's there, sat outside the leader, Prize Pursuit, who just left him flat-footed turning for home. I think Jason Miller's got his hands on a pretty nice one, Prize Pursuit, and that's the recent white runner that flashed late was Reliable Star, who also looks to have a fair share of ability and is, for Grant and Alana Williams, William Pike, Bob and Sandra Peters. So you can always have some sort of confidence that they'll hold up as form reference races. Comes here Ocean Zara, draws gate 1, can lead, can more likely box seat behind either I Hope You Dance or Keep It Hush. And I think there from gate number 1, Ocean Zara really does get her chance here. Pretty keen on her chances, looks very winnable, and a pretty weak race as well, making her one of the better bets on the program. Race 1, number 8, Ocean Zara. 2, Rosso Tempesta, who missed the start by about 3 lengths at his first up run, can be forgiven for that and probably should have won a race at Belmont over the winter. Number 1, Keep It Hush, who's run 2 placings in the last month and really is knocking on the door. And then number 3, Bella Fonte Boy, who ran one really good race at Ascot, but has just sort of mixed form in his short career. My numbers in race 1, 8, 2, 1 and 3. Race number 2 at Ascot is the Amelia Park Lodge Plate at 1200 metres for the 2-year-olds. We're going to watch the debut win in the Crystal Slipper of Heavenly Waters.
At the top of the home straight, then Diamond Blue, followed behind them a Strape about to get around their heels. They come to the 250, they Heavenly Waters had headed off Flying Missile, and down the outside is a Strape. The Albany T-Rolled Heavenly Waters though is clear with about 75 to go. It's got them beaten here, Heavenly Waters. Heavenly Waters beat home a Strape. Third on the inside, Flying Missile.
Really impressed with what this filly was able to do on debut. Lucy Warwick sat her right over the speed, and for the 2-year-olds it was pretty breakneck as well. For the 1100 metres, they went around 3 lengths faster than average, and she was doing all the bullock work in the breeze. The horses in behind her, a Strape, Flying Missile, they've all made the form look quite all right since. We haven't seen this filly for 7 weeks. Roy Rogers keeps her fresh here, probably likely to make sure that he gets to a race like the Pinjarra Magic Millions, like the Karrakatta Plate later on in a campaign. She has to carry 57 kilos, but she's drawn a gate inside her main danger in Snipperucci. I think that could be key here because there are some debutantes that show well and truly above average gate speed. So it's number 1 for me in race number 2, Heavenly Waters, to remain undefeated. Snipperucci, very impressed with what this filly produced on debut. She won by almost 5 lengths ease down in very good time as well. Clearly, she is the big danger here. Number 2, Export Man, who comes from the same race behind Snipperucci but was beaten a space. Number 6, God's Dream. Mike Santich, we're all waiting for him to wheel out one of these surprise 2-year-olds. And with the blinkers on, this just could well be it. My numbers in race number 2, 1, 5, 2 and 6. Race number 3, Crown Towers Plate over a mile for the 3-year-olds. Very impressive debut win. This is Tambora.
2.5 clear from War Plan, Angel Whisper. Shadow Shifter to the outside, followed by Diffusion. Tambora now at the 200 metre mark. 3 clear. Down the outside, Diffusion is starting to finish on well, but it's Tambora with 100 left to go, kicking right away from its rivals. And this newcomer to racing is going to pull on away from its rivals and win in a breeze. Tambora by...
Once Chris Parnham started to put him through his gears from the 600, he did just drop off his opposition. It was only a midweeker, it was only a maiden, and those horses in behind him had a combined 99 starts for no victories. So you do have to wonder whether or not there was anything in behind him that's ever going to win a horse race. There's a bit of a question mark on that form for me, and with William Pike on, you just know that this horse is going to be awfully short in the market. So I'm going with the last start winner, in fact the horse that William Pike jumps off to ride, and that's La Farola. Very well supported, coming out of a good first up effort at 1200 behind Sweet Strawberry. She was backed off the map, she duly saluted. It was an interesting little race because there was a fall in the early stages and the riderless horse Dad's Big Headed caused some carnage along the inside, but it still should hold up here, and I think La Farola can get out to a mile here, even from a sticky draw. One on top for me, and that's the filly La Farola. 2, Chili is Hot, comes from the exact same form reference race, got back, ran on well. A mile definitely suits this daughter of Gingerbread Man a lot more than 1400 did. Tambora, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this horse. Darren McAuliffe can find one from time to time, and this Poissons de Lune gelding was very impressive in a weak race on debut. Number 7, Free Solo, who's still a maiden, but continues to hit the line well. My numbers in race 3, 1, 2, 6 and 7. Race number 4, Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap, over 1,000 metres. This was the first up win in blistering time, dominated by Will Chino.
Part of 12 lengths from the lead at the top of the home straight. Will Chino had booted a mile in front. And at the 250, Parnham shakes up Will Chino, who's in full flight by 4 lengths on Universal Pleasure. It's sticking to its task very well. 100 left to go. Will Chino's in front by a length. Universal Pleasure running about, costing itself any chance really. Will Chino only just got there 3/4 of a length.
Chris Parnham let this now 4-year-old mare absolutely roll in her first up assignment. It was off the back of a very impressive trial, but to think that those maidens went around quicker than Madame Torio did in the 3-year-old plate, and 6.5 lengths quicker than maiden average, it was always going to hold up as a form reference race, and she's definitely going to be hard to beat here, Will Chino. The horse that ran second in that replay, Universal Pleasure, has now broken her maiden in style, and the only question mark that remains is just how quick is Will Chino going to have to go in the first furlong to cross those horses that are drawn underneath. I speak of Miss Merit, I speak of Olga Louisa, I speak of Smart Fox as well. Throw in the likes of also a horse like Alcina that can throw gate speed from time to time, and they're going to absolutely fly here. There's another speed horse I haven't mentioned, drawn in gate 1, and it's the on-top selection here in Cuballing. Drawn the inside, Todd Harvey prepares, Jason Brown rides, and I just see this horse getting a wonderful stalk in behind them, and if Will Chino has to do a little bit too much work early, well, the race will be there for the taking. It's one on top for me at his return, Cuballing. Number 13, Will Chino. If they do let this mare cross, it may well be game over. She's high speed and very impressive. Number 6, Tinto Belle, who's the opposite end of the scale. She's going to be right back in the race and going to have to make a sustained run from a long way off them. Number 2, City Circle, first up, no trial, and she'll get the right run from a good gate. My numbers in race 4, 1, 13, 6 and 2. Race number 5, Easing Wold Stakes, a 78 plus, worth $100,000 over 1,400 metres. Last start win in the Pike Says Thanks WA handicap. It's Willie Pike scoring on Dig Deep.
Shaken right up there second. 2 lengths Mankind off the hill. State Attorney. Pike is looking for a run on the inside with Dig Deep. He sees a bit of daylight. Luke's Gold is running on strongly down the outside. At the 150, Laurentinio. State Attorney, Mankind, Luke's Gold. Dig Deep coming now. Pike lifting. He can do anything, and he's won the last.
Pike in the last in a race that he sponsored himself. Iconic really in terms of Western Australia for punters. I think Dig Deep can make it 2 in a row here. This looks a really nice race for him. That was a 72 plus win. This is a 78 plus. So he drops 1.5 kilos in the weight scale. He draws in gate number 4, and the favourite here does look to be a little bit vulnerable, up to 1,400 for the first time, drawn an awkward gate as well. So I'm happy enough going with Dig Deep. I'd like to see him 1 out, 2 back, getting a really nice soft run, hopefully while Son of a God's doing it tough out wide. Number 3 on top for me, Dig Deep, to make it back-to-back wins after that long absence between outings, from winning a Karrakatta Plate through to winning last start because of all those injuries that he had suffered. Number 2, Abdicator, resumed in a Group 3 first up last campaign and finished within 2 lengths of Perfect Jewel and the Velvet King. That has to be a good form reference, even with 60.5 kilos. I then go to number 6, Son of a God. Now this horse could well start even money or shorter. The marketplace loves him, Simon Miller loves him. I love him as well, don't get me wrong, but I just wonder here at 1,400 metres, drawn in a wide gate, outside of speed horses like Laurentinio, like Abdicator, like Harry Thomas, just how much work he's going to have to do and where he gets in a map scenario. I then throw in number 7, the ever-consistent Luke's Gold for 4th. My numbers in race 5, 3, 2, 6 and 7. Race number 6, the Kieran Magumi handicap over 1,400 metres. This was a very impressive effort from a 3-year-old filly beating the older horses last start. It's Salaya.
They should really quicken now. Salaya ambled up, quickly races past Tredenzia. A length and a half behind those then. On the outside is Our Ideal. Tiff has spoken, but Salaya had broken nicely clear. And down past the 100, the favourites Home and Ho Salaya. Salaya coming right away from Our Ideal. Tiff has spoken and Indominus, but Salaya canted in.
Lucy Warwick sat her outside the speed from a wide gate. They were through the anchor in the middle stages, but when the sprint went on, she was far too good for some pretty handy 60-plus graduation opposition there, Salaya. The overall race time, nothing flash, but it was the manner in which she did it and the preparation she's come through. A race like the Burgess Queen, a Champion Fillies, a Guineas even. She's been very good all the way through, Salaya, and really did deserve that. This is tougher. This is a really good ratings race and a form reference I'm going to be very keen to follow in the next few months. A horse I have been taken with since his return is from Reece Radford's yard, and his name is Comfort Me, number 6. Very, very good effort in the Mandurah Cup. You cannot underestimate just how hard it is at the moment to make ground at Pinjarra Park, and this horse broke 34 seconds for his final 600, a rarity at the moment over 1,400. Number 8, Salaya. Clearly this filly's going to be hard to beat, and from gate number 1, she could well roll straight to the top and dictate terms. Number 1, Red Publisher. The last time he was winning was in this grade at this distance. And number 7 in last of the line, lightly raced, highly progressive, and loved his trial. My numbers in race 6, 6, 8, 1 and 7. Race number 7 at Ascot, Glenroy Chaff handicap at a mile. This is a really nice replay to watch. It's Regal Magic winning, it's No Surrender running second, and it's What About Moses running third.
Ripper around the turn. Real Magic made a move on the outside to race after No Surrender. Beffinjar got the inside run. And then What About Moses? Beret's putting in. Tiff has spoken, just battling behind them. No Surrender in front. On the outside, Real Magic comes hard though. No Surrender, Real Magic have come together. Real Magic takes the lead at big odds and comes away. Real Magic from No Surrender.
All 3 of those horses that ran 1, 2, 3 are in this race. No Surrender will lead them up. What About Moses and Regal Magic, though, are drawn a little bit more awkwardly here and may well get some pretty tough runs in transit. Again, a wide open race, but I am going to side with William Pike, who picks up the ride here from the suspended Mitchell Pateman on number 1, Our Ideal. We'll get a bit of a sighter into the form reference with Salaya going around in the previous, but from the gate, William Pike can have this mare literally anywhere. She's won races from the front, she's won races from the back, and she's won races from right in the middle. So wherever William finds that she's most comfortable is where she'll be in the run, and she's going to get every chance here to make it win number 6 at only start 18. 1 on top for me, Our Idol. From number 5, FIRESALE, who backed up off 7 days last week, backs up off 7 days again this week, drops in grade from a 66 plus behind Rationale and the Fugazi. Number 6, No Surrender. You know what you're going to get with this 3-year-old. Straight to the top, run them along and give a kick turning for home. Number 2, Next Best. The ever-consistent Beat the Bro, who doesn't win out of turn, but is in very good form. My numbers in race 7, 1, 5, 6 and 2. Race number 8 at Ascot is the Morley Growers Market handicap over 1,000 metres. It is the lucky last on a restricted program. It's over 1,200 metres, and the horse we're watching in replay does run a second in this very narrow photo. His name is Mood Swings.
And then Sterling Estate followed by Shinju. Mum's My Hero bailed away like a Jaguar. Has raced up on the outside of Mood Swings. Forest War. Tycoon Legend down the outside as well, but it's like a Jaguar. And Mood Swings coming together. Mood Swings like a Jaguar. Mood Swings like a Jaguar. Nose for nose. Mood Swings like a Jaguar. Photo like a Jaguar.
No doubt that trainer George Dupre would have had a few mood swings in that last 100 metres. He went from looking like the winner to looking like the loser to looking like the winner to looking like a dead heat, and then eventually they run a very narrow second there. Comes across from a wide gate here in Mood Swings, but looking at a speed map perspective, the only other horse that shows above average gate speed early is the second favourite here and the Logical Danger in Excellent Dream. So I'm thinking that these horses can come out together, and if Troy Turner gets Mood Swings to the breeze from gate 12, then I'm quietly confident he is the best horse in this field and should take a lot of beating. His 3-year-old form references are very good for a race like this. Pretty keen on his chances in the last. Race 8, number 8 in Mood Swings. Number 1, Excellent Dream. Senior rider goes on here, and hopefully Brad Rawiller can steer him because at the moment he is doing quite a lot wrong in the run. Number 6, Downforce, maps to get an identical run to what he enjoyed last start. And number 4, Due West, who's a mare that drops out of the Black Diamond, so it's a 66 plus back into a 60 plus. Really good placement here by Jason Pateman. My numbers in race 8, 8, 1, 6 and 4. Rolling into best bets at Ascot on Saturday the 9th of January 2021. A pair of 8s for me. Race 1, number 8 in Ocean Zara. Race 8, number 8 in Mood Swings. Follow Perth Racing, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and the like. There's going to be a lot of ticketing information coming up for the Autumn Carnival in just under 3 months.